Um, yeah, in case you can't tell, I do speak English. I have a little problem with this game, actually. It doesn't save any data, so I'm actually going to do this entire Let's Play in one sitting. Now, welcome to LEGO Racers, you guys. This was actually kind of unexpected even from me. I just kind of picked it up on the 64 recently. We've had it for several years, but I just recently remembered that we did. So I plugged it in and started playing it, and it brought back so many memories about how this was actually the first video game I've ever played. So that was something in itself, a reason to do the series and kind of immortalize the game on my channel. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoy it, because this looks like a game for kids, and it is. But it's also very fun for older people to play too, especially with the nostalgia factor factoring in. So without any further ado, I think we have a character to build. Now, since this game doesn't save any data, we're going to have to save one character and go all the way through the game with it. So this should be interesting. Let me see here. First of all, I kind of like the skeleton head guy because he really has an attitude, thing is. Let's see. He's got a lot of different shirts he can put on. I remember as a kid, I think I started playing this when I was 3 years old. It was the first video game ever that I played. I used to spend just hours on the screen building very deformed people. But, let's see. I kind of like this. I don't know why. Is that supposed to be a skeleton? Or a robot? I'm not sure. Anyway, I kind of like this as well. Now we've just got to pick a really different hat for this guy. Let me see here. I've always really liked this hat as well. You know, I think this is actually a very good mix right here. I think this is a good character. Now let's make a license for this guy. And I have no idea what we should call him, though. Oh, this is going to be one of those terrible things. Without a keyboard, it's... whose idea was it to type with the N64 controller? Let's see what I can do here. Oh man, this is gonna be a while. F for flash. Oh, it actually let me select the letter, I'm surprised. And then L. I can hardly see here, it's such low quality, sorry for that. I tried to record this on PC, I also have the PC version, but Fraps didn't record it, it just did not want to work that day. So this is the best I can do on the N64. And I think if we go over to H here, yeah, we should be set. I hope that's an H. I can hardly see past all the pixelness. And snapshot doesn't really matter since he has a helmet on, so let us build the car. Okay, there are a lot of different things to choose from right off the bat, but I've always liked this car body quite a bit because it's by far the most, the thing that you can do the most with. Alright, control pad R button to switch between blocks, and the camera moves with the C buttons. Oh, the C buttons. They always gave us so much trouble as kids. Alright, red blocks are pretty cool, actually. But I also like white and black. Let's see, I really don't know what to do here. Maybe, possibly, if I can switch around. I don't want to switch that. How do you switch the direction of the block is my question. Z. Okay, good. Now we will move it up here, and can we place some things right there? Can I... Oh, A is the one. Okay. That should have gone without saying, but it didn't for me for some reason. I need a lot of help when playing games. It's just the way I am. Gotta change the camera angle to even get it to where we want it to go. There we are. Alright, now we will switch over... I think we can also... Now I wonder how you change blocks. Like a block set. Or is this the only one we have? I'm pretty sure it's not. I think we're gonna do... Can we place that? We can place that. It goes right through the character's arm. I doubt it did that in the PC version. I can never remember it doing that. I always wanted it to, but I guess that's only for the 64 players. And I think putting one right there would be good. We'll make the Flashmobile or something. It's not going to be anything pretty, but in the end it should suit our needs pretty well. Yeah, it's definitely not going to be anything pretty because I can't even figure this out. Now, if we were to... Let me just try pressing a ton of buttons. Oh. Alright. Is that going to be our Flashmobile? Alright. You know what? Yeah, that's fine with me. We could probably do the first circuit like that. Very simple car, but anyway, it is time to face Captain Redbeard. Now, this guy was always my childhood enemy. I always thought he was so mean. Arr! On the high sea or on land. I can't read for some odd reason. Just about said it backwards. You are no match for the great Captain Redbeard, so give it up, matey. Har har. Yeah, this guy always struck me as extremely mean. So I really didn't like him in my childhood days. But his circuit was pretty awesome. And this is probably the most memorable first track that I have ever been met with. Let's see if I can get a boost here. I did get a boost. That's good, because normally I couldn't. Now the, oh, rats. You just had to put that shield up just as I shot, didn't you? It's kind of uncommon to see this guy in first. That is Robin Hood, I think. But usually you see the captain in first, because he's usually always first in his own circuit. Anyway, as I was mentioning before, it's going to take me just a little while to get used to these controls. Thank you, Captain. Okay, I got one white there, that's good. I would really like the green. That's Governor Broadside, I think. I still remember all these characters' names because I spent so much time with them in my childhood, even though it sounds kind of weird. Okay, here we go, Warp. This was probably my favorite item. I used it a ton because it's really good. Basically, it just, if you get 3... Let me explain some of the things here. If you get a white block, it will power up the color of block you get. Blue blocks are for defending shields. Yellow blocks are for dropping things behind you. Red blocks are for shooting things in front of you. And green blocks are for speed boosts. And each white you get, I'm missing these like crazy, it'll power up your move a little bit. So if we were to get 3 whites on a drop behind you move, it would make a mummy little thing that would confuse other racers and it would really slow them down. But we are not looking for that. We are looking for getting a green so we can warp. That is the most powerful version of the green kind. I really hope we are able to get ahead of Captain Redbeard in the end here, because I'm not sure. He's actually pretty fast. The characters are relatively harder in the... Oh, come on, really? They're relatively harder in the N64 version than they are in the PC version, which is kind of... I can't understand why they would do that. But I guess because the N64 is mainly older kids are playing it or something. I'm not sure. Anyway, also another thing about Captain Redbeard, he will always go for the red block, no matter what. He's always going to have red. So let's wait till this... Oh, rats! That's not what I wanted to do. Okay, this is going to be really close. If this is a green here, can I get this? Can I use the warp? Oh! Oh! No way! No way! That must have been he must have been seconds behind me. That's crazy. Yes. I was not expecting a first finish there. That's amazing. Alright, here we are on the Dark Forest Dash. Now this, me and my friends when we used to play this, and I say friends because we're kind of only friends because we were put together in the same daycare. Because this, we used to play this all the time. But anyway, we always used to call this the night-night place. That's how young we actually were when we started playing this. And it brings back so many good memories to be here with the music again. Why can't I can't drive, though, apparently. I don't know why. You saw me holding R. You didn't see me holding R, but you probably guessed I was. Oh, the ghost. That thing always used to creep me out. Even though it's not all that creepy looking back on it, it always used to scare me to death. Alright, like, we would literally freak out when that thing came on screen because we were so afraid it was going to hit us. Anyway, the white here, hopefully nobody hits me with a cannonball. That wouldn't be very nice. But, of course, you are going to get a cannonball there. And I'm just going to see what I can do by staying... I'm going to go off-road here to get a white really quick, and then we'll complete our warp. Or not. You know what? I'm just going to have to use this. If I can... I can't even grab the green. This is pitiful. I'm probably not going to finish too well in this race. Hopefully I can make up for it in the other races. But this one, for some reason, I'm just doing terrible at. Anyway, enough about my terrible racing. That should slow you down a bit, Governor Broadside. And we'll just grab a green here, start to stock up on whites. Or we could do that really quickly, which would also be another good way of doing things. Oh, I was just about to get that shield. Come on, you couldn't wait that long. I think I need to be using drift more. I seem to be used to the sharper turns of the computer. Watch, if I use the drift, it would definitely give me a lot sharper turns. So that's probably what I'm going to have to end up doing. Anyway, we finished that lap 7 seconds behind Captain Redbeard, so if we get a warp in this lap, we have a chance of beating him. But other than that, not really, because it's not looking too good for this race. If I'm losing in the first circuit, you know, this Let's Play is going to be really interesting. But other than that, yeah, oh, and I knew I was going to hit that. I hope we don't have to use this anchor. I can't get a green. This is the most maddening controls ever. We're going to have to settle for a lower placed finish than we usually get. But that's okay, as long as I can get this green. Thank you for slowing down for a second there. And now since I'm just, like, moderately behind all these guys, it shouldn't really matter. I should be able to take second place pretty easily. Yeah, okay, second. We got second. Or we don't quite have second, but now we do it. Good. And this little jingle was actually only added in the N64 version. I just talked over it. I don't know why I did that. But anyway, yeah, that's N64 exclusive. In the PC, I think it would be something else. Of course, I hardly ever get second in the PC. I'm usually always first or last. I'm usually not last, but if a race goes, like, absolutely terribly, why can't I get a speed? Nobody did except Pharaoh's Mummy. I think that's what his name is. It shows their names on the end of every playing screen. I didn't, like, memorize these. Well, I did when I was a kid, but... Okay, every white I get. That's another thing. If you get hit, you will get whites taken away from you. Okay, and this guy has a shield going. So I think if I go... Oh, no, gotta turn off that. If there is a little shortcut right there in that piece of the track, where if you get a shield, you can actually open up this little shortcut here. And of course, you don't need that white. You didn't need that. Okay, I'm head-to-head with all of these racers right now, but I think... Oh, that was nice. Okay, just focus enough to get the white. There we go. Hopefully I'll go right into a blue here. Oh, what do you know? I did. Good. I wasn't expecting that. A little N64 slowdown there. That hardly ever happens, but anyway, if I use this here, I can go right through this castle structure and grab a few whites on our way to victory in a very, very... Okay, I've got this race in the bag if I get this white. And I do. Okay, good. I am now miles ahead. See, this is how unpredictable LEGO Racers really is. You never know if you're going to win or absolutely get decimated. But hopefully this first circuit, I should say, will give me enough practice for the later ones so that I can actually do some good racing then, because by the time you get to the third circuit, things really heat up. The third circuit is one of the hardest. Then, of course, the other ones are harder. But after you get past the third circuit, and there we go, finishing the race, almost out lapping people. See, races can really change from one circuit to the next. Anyway, what was I going to say? After the third circuit, they are just reverses of each other, and then you finally go on to beat Rocket Racer that you saw in the intro. So yeah, we should hopefully be doing well on that. I have got to finish second or higher here to win. Okay, there we go. That's the speed I wanted. That's the first time I've ever gotten a big speed on the N64, because I can never really time it correctly. Anyway, Captain Redbeard, you'll notice there he used a, he actually used a defensive move there, which he never usually does in the PC version. He will always go for the red cannonballs, which is strange, and he does here too, but there's obviously a little change in AI, because he never ever goes for the blue. I don't think I've ever seen him use a blue in PC, but I'm not sure. Anyway, we can spin around this corner really quick. Probably used that way too early, but you don't care about that white. Thank you, sir. I will take that. I will also take that green. And I think what we're going to do here is just zip ahead. And, okay, and yeah, I was basically opening myself up for being hit on there. Being hit on? No, I wasn't. I'm not usually hit on. I've never been hit on before, actually. Sad story, but true. Anyway, you're going to go for the cannonball, and I don't like that about you. And I could have gotten it there if I just would have tailed behind you. This whole race is probably just going to be me chasing Redbeard right here, but, oh, if I can do this, pulled it off. Good. And yeah, you can't use that on me, dude. And if I use it again here, that pillar falling down, that reminds me of a childhood memory so quickly. Let's see, one of my friends told me, he was older than me, he was always this kid that would tell stories, and I would always believe these stories was the thing. But anyway, he told me that if you go fast enough, you could get right under that pillar there, and your player's head would come off, because it would fall on you. And he said it happened to him, and he's not lying. Okay, that did work, good. There are several shortcuts in this track that I have not used for some odd reason, I don't know why. But if I can get the screen here, yep, we have got this whole circuit in the bag. go around here. Yes, okay. 3-3, 3-3 on lap 3. That's creepy. And we got 30 points. This is just... I don't even know about this. This is just creepy. 110 to 90. I didn't do that first circuit perfectly. But hey, it's pretty much the best I've got. So, I'm really proud of myself for finishing that. Usually you'll just see this first screen if you've already beaten the game. But after that, it kind of goes on to something else, I think, if I remember correctly. Does it? Do we right here? Oh, we do. Okay, good. A little cutscene here. We'll watch this. He's so sad that we beat him. He's kicking the ground. Congratulations. You have won Captain Redbeard's car set. So now we can actually race in this guy's car. I know I can't save. And you'll notice the boss of the next place will show up on screen. On the start screen. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this first episode of LEGO Racers. This is an LP I never really expected to do, but I'm very happy to do anyway. But I will see you guys in the next episode when we take on King Kahooga, I think his name is. So I'll see you guys then. Bye.